What's all this, Doc?
Oh, it's a time machine.
Isn't that supposed to be a DeLorean?
Yeah, but I didn't have enough money for a car, so this is what I could find.
Just looks like a bunch of junk.
It's not. I promise.
There's a fork in
it. Yeah. You know, there was a fork in it.
How does this thing even work then if it's a time machine?
Well, see, you put in your date here,
Uh-huh.
and then what you have to do is press enter.
No, they're gone.
No, maybe they're out in the hall.
We're live.
What? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Geeking Out About It. As you can see, we have misplaced Sam and Jacob, so they're not here right now, and we're here instead. My name is Gabe. This is Alissa.
Why did I agree to do this?
This week we will be covering the landmark series of Back to the Future, whose time travel shenanigans have done so much to influence our lives.
Yes, the adventures of Marty McFly and Dr. Emmett Brown have been truly impactful in the world of nerd culture, influencing all kinds of content and planting itself firmly in our collective imaginations.
Has anyone seen them?
Oh my gosh, it actually worked. We traveled back in time.
We did. I mean, this must be what? Year 800 BC?
Man, this is heavy.
Oh, this is cool. My time machine actually worked.
I was not expecting that, I will say. Although I am really interested. Look at these walls. It looks like some form of ancient temple. Man, imagine how long it must have taken to build this.
Hold on. I recognize these walls. This is the Indiana Jones episode. We only went back to January.
But that would mean...
My calculations were all wrong.
Quick, snuff the torches!
Sam, quick, follow me this way.
What? I don't know where you are. I can't see you.
I'm over here. Oh.
Man, this part of the chamber's really echoey.
Yeah, it's the biggest one we have, though.
You know, it's also really dark in here.
Oh, you know what? Let's light these torches.
Who was that? Sam! Oh,
We almost just ran into ourselves.
I know. We can never do that. It would create a paradox in the timeline, and it would be catastrophic.
Are you saying we can rot ourselves out of existence?
Exactly.
That's heavy.
Oh, it would be horrible.
Well, then we gotta get out of here.
Exactly. Now, the temple was in the basement of the studio, right?
Yeah, it's right under. If we take the southern passage, we can get all the way up the stairs and hide out in the station.
Okay, but we have to wait until everyone leaves. We can't risk being seen by anyone.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, this seems like a pretty good spot to hide out at.
Yeah, for now.
Okay, so what's the plan? We just wait around here, go back, find the time machine, get back to where we belong.
About that. About finding the time machine.
What?
Well, it's still work in progress. So when we went back, the time machine may not have come with us.
That seems like a major design flaw.
Well, it was a work in progress.
How are we supposed to get back to the future?
Well, make a new one.
We just make a new one?
Sure.
How long would that take?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but for now, it's just imperative we don't get seen. as I try and get us a new one.
There's so many people walking around the station all the time. What if we head back to our apartment?
Can't do that. Our
Why?
past selves are there, and I'm pretty sure we're watching Pirates of the Caribbean right now. And it would be catastrophic once again if we got seen and, you know, the whole time paradox, bad things. Goodbye.
Okay. Well then, I guess we just hide under this table and just sneak about until we can make a new time machine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a long week.
Yeah.
Or 2? How long does it normally take?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. But since we do have some time here, once the coast clears, let's go out in like the main room and we can relax on the couches for a bit and kind of develop a plan. And I'll see what I can pull together.
All right, fine. Sounds like a plan.
That's all I can do.
Well, audio, man, it's in the air. It's the fluctuations that vibrate our ear holes and make the cochlea sensitive, you know? You can't ignore it, and you try to start measuring it, and it just pulls you in. Well, I used to try to play music on my own, make the sounds from my own hands and instruments. Then I started recording. Upon hearing myself in my recordings, I decided I should just record. When you're a young adult who is serious about pursuing media as a career or even a side hustle, a lot of people won't take you seriously. OMN is cool because not only will they take you seriously, they'll push you and they'll give you all the tools to really try to do something special with it and let you be creative about it. And so that's what's been special about OMN to me. I'm Sam Lay, and I'm a student engineer at Orange Media Network.
Coast is clear.
All right. Cool. Well, the coast is clear. Oh, look, a nice comfy spot to sit down and, relax for a bit. Oh, it looks like there's no one else around.
What's up, guys?
Oh, duh. Hi, Emma.
Hey, is Sam okay?
Yeah, he just thinks that if we talk to anyone, he'll die. Or get erased, really.
Why does he think that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay. Well, it's pretty late. What are you still doing here?
Nothing. What are you doing here?
Well, as an engineer, I kind of not allowed to go home, so I live here now.
Oh, okay.
What's with Back to the Future thing?
Just filming a bit. Nothing at all.
From the future.
Yeah. All right. Since you figured it out, let me level with you. Was working in the workshop. Sam and I took a test of the time machine I was building. Well, surprise, it worked.
Cool.
Right, so we got the time machine, and it's working. It is a prototype,
Okay.
so one tiny, itty-bitty little detail. The time machine may or may not have come with us.
That seems like a major design flaw.
Yeah, but we time traveled. We time traveled.
How are you gonna get back?
We've been working on that, but you're an engineer,
Yeah.
and I've traveled in time. So I'm wondering if we can't figure something out.
In Studio B, we're actually working on a time travel machine for weather.
Fantastic. Is it functional?
Almost. Actually, I could use your help. We could get it up and running.
Fantastic. Let's do this.
Cool.
Now, where did Sam go?
Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
hey. Well, I mean, shall we do this?
I want to go home.
All right, so where's this time machine? Alrighty, so where's this time machine at? Oh, wow. It's a cardboard box.
Don't worry about it. It's bigger on the inside.
Okay. Oh. All right. So, well, I mean, how can I help you?
I don't actually need help. I just get kind of lonely in here.
You know, that's fair enough. That's part of why I keep Sam around. Well, I guess if you don't need my help, I have a 2-minute history I could do.
That'd be a good idea. Just do it that way.
Okay.
Boring, I'm gone.
So, in 1985, hold on. Emma, safety first. Good. All right, back to this. In 1985, Back to the Future debuted on the big screen, and it was written by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale. Gale came up with part of the idea for this movie when he went to visit his parents in St. Louis. Gale was looking through his parents' basement and found that his father was the president of his graduating class. This got Gale thinking, what would it be like if his father and him had been friends in high school? When Gale returned to California, he talked to Zemeckis about his thoughts, and Zemeckis had the thought of a mother in the past claiming she'd never kissed a boy in high school, when she had. The two of them went to Columbia Pictures with the rough plot for Back to the Future, and they had developed a script by 1980. Once the script was developed, Columbia said they wanted the film to be changed as they thought it wasn't sexual enough. Zemeckis and Gale were not in favor of changing the script, so they went to a few other studios, including Disney, who turned the film down as they thought it didn't match up with their family values. The two eventually went to Spielberg, who had just produced 2 flops, but he agreed to help. But they asked him to stand back as they didn't want any fallout. Spielberg's company, Amblin Entertainment, agreed to produce the film. The production went through a few hiccups as executives kept trying to change the movie. There were requests to change the names of characters and the movie itself from Back to the Future to a spaceman from Pluto. Kind of weird. And Doc Brown, the quirky scientist in the movie, did get a dog instead of a pet chimpanzee. The time-traveling part of the movie was supposed to happen when Marty McFly drove through a nuclear explosion during a weapons test. But Universal Pictures found that to be too expensive, so the movie was kept closer to home in the Hill Valley setting. It was finally finished and released in 1985 and was a huge hit. For the year of 1985, it was the highest-grossing movie and to date has made over $400 million. It is loved by fans and at the time of release made time travel popular. Loved with great reception, fans got 2 more movies, traveling into the future and then back into the past again. There's also a 2-season animated TV show and 5 video games. The 3 movies have made almost over $1 billion. The impact of these films is large enough that the day they traveled to in the future in the second movie, October 21st, 2015, became a holiday for many people, as it was known as Back to the Future Day. There's such a cultural ingrainment that Toyota, who had a car in the first movie, released a special version of the Toyota Tacoma in 2016 to commemorate the movies, and Ford, after the movies were released, had an option where customers could add a flux capacitor to their vehicle for $1.2 million. Many other companies have done special deals or remakes over the years to pay homage to this timeless piece, but I feel that all this just shows how much people love these movies and the true depth of their cultural significance. And I personally love them as well. Oh, hey Emma.
Hey!
How's it going?
Just finished.
Just finished?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
There's a little bit of a problem. You might disintegrate, but that's only like a 2% chance.
Okay.
Just 2%.
Then. Well, what's this?
That's the charger.
Okay. Well, do you have a name for it?
We call it the Calvin.
The Calvin, huh? Okay. Well, I guess since you're done,
Yeah.
I'll go and grab Sam,
Awesome.
and we can try this thing.
Sure.
Awesome.
Bears. It has to be the bears.
They did not know it was not bears.
There's so many bears out here.
Hello, welcome back to Freaking Out About It, where we are freaking out because there is still no sign of Jacob or Sam. Now let's talk about our next segment. The future is 5 years ago.
Yes, the future that was portrayed in Back to the Future 2 was actually set in 2015, which is 5 years ago. And this is, the year now is 2020. So isn't that weird?
And where are the hoverboards? Nowhere.
Yeah, there's so many differences with the...
Wait.
What?
It appears we're getting a video message from Jacob.
Video message?
Yeah. Wait. I want to figure out what it is. Let's play it right now.
Jacob? What?
Yes.
What?
Let's just watch it.
Hey crew, first of all, I'm so sorry. Second of all, my time machine really worked, but we're stuck in the past and it's broken. So there's that. We're working on fixing it. Don't know when it's gonna get fixed, but we're working on it hard. So if you all could just stall as long as possible. We're gonna try and get back before the show's over. And I guess, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Traveled? They traveled in time? Is this real? They traveled through time?
What does he expect us to do?
Well, we're gonna have to stall. We're gonna have to do
Yeah,
something.
stall. How are we gonna stall?
Okay,
Wait.
Wild West segment.
Yeah, cowboy hats.
I need a cowboy hat.
Cowboy hats.
Can you get me a cowboy hat, please?
No, let's not have the time machine come with us. That'd be ridiculous. What the heck was he thinking? Now we're just trapped here. We could run into anyone. We've ran into Emma. So, what if someone else comes by? What if we run into ourselves? I don't remember. We spent a lot of time here, so maybe that's a possibility. I might see myself and that in time. I think that in time. I don't know. I doubt that'll happen. Who are you? I'm you from the future. You're me from the future. Yeah, that's what I just said. Wait, so I'm you and you're me? Yes, that's right. I'm you and you're me, who's also you, who's me, who's I'm you, who's now me, coming back from you to talk to you, who's me. We're each other. You're making this way overcomplicated. We just go sit down. Let's go sit down. Wow, I can't believe I'm talking to myself. Wait, so what's with the goggles? The future is really bright. I see what you did there. Yeah. Oh, but seriously though, they really bring the outfit together. Okay, I guess I can get behind that. Wait, so what are you here for? Oh, I remember coming back to explain all this to you, so I'm here. I don't understand. Let me explain it to you like this. All right, so time travel is a very interesting and complex thing depending on what universe that you're in. So, in the case that we're going to be using as an example, if this is the present and this is the past, we are currently existing right here in the present. So you can adjust things differently. So if I were to travel back in time to a point in the past, then I could then create a new circumstance of things that would then happen. But in the case of Back to the Future, you would then create a cascading effect that would start taking place, causing stuff to happen. So if you went back in time and you stopped your mom and dad from ever meeting, then you would start creating a new timeline where you don't even exist. So what happens in the Back to the Future movies is that Marty does that exact thing, then causing himself to fade away from existence and no longer be. But he is able to affect the timeline. It isn't an instant effect, and he is able to realign it back on course, back to this timeline. But things have also still changed. Everything that happened in this little area right here is going to affect this new future that he exists in. So it creates this bit of a mixture of a warbly time effect where the linear path has now been affected by this new existence of the past, because everything was shifted ever so slightly, which is why these movies are so interesting. Oh, so that's how time travel works. Man, that's really interesting. Oh, heavens no. Time travel works in many different ways. Remember that. So, if you are taking Avengers, Avengers. Time also works in that little linear line. So the present right here and the past, everything can be affected in a very specific way. So if you were to travel back in time to a point right here, say like they did travel to New York, you create a parallel timeline, a timeline that exists separately, but also at the same moments. So everything that happens here can't be affected, but you can bring in stuff from this timeline up to this area. But this just exists in a new sectional timeline that isn't the same timeline, so time doesn't really cross over or affect each other. They just exist in little lines that travel alongside next to each other, which means that you can pull off a whole bunch of shenanigans and do a bunch of things with that without really having any consequences. Oh, okay, so is that the time travel we're using? What? No, I'm just explaining time travel. Just like in Doctor Who, this is when things start getting weird because it doesn't really work in that same linear function that we've been using. So if this is the present and this is the past, if you were to travel back in time to an affected point, you would try to create that little line right there, right? This little parallel function. It doesn't work like that in Doctor Who because time will try to correct itself to get it back on that line because it doesn't want to have those weird little jumbles, and it'll do its best to try and correct the timeline. It works in kind of like a ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. A bit like that. But the thing about Doctor Who is also that if you create a paradox, say that you went back in time and your mother is now dead and you went back in time, though, it just gives you a special status. You're a time traveler. The rules don't apply to you. You can keep on existing. You get to live. Congratulations. Welcome to Doctor Who, where things don't really make that much sense. I'm just confused. What kind of time travel are we using? We are using what I like to call the Harry Potter timeline. Yay, big thing. Okay, so in Harry Potter, we're going back to that standard function. We're ignoring the craziness of Doctor Who, and we're going to be using that linear boy of present and past again. So, if you were to travel from this point into a past timeline, you are now creating a actual still the same timeline, because the way it works in Harry Potter, that if you have traveled back in time, then you have already traveled back in time and you are going to travel back in time. You can't create some interesting thing where you can create existing worlds like in Avengers. It's more of a closed circuit loop, so everything has already happened and everything will happen. It just kind of self-contains itself and causes those big time travel problems from happening. So if, like in the movies, when you go back in time to save Buckbeak, you have saved Buckbeak. Buckbeak never died. It's not something that you needed to save, but if you didn't know that, you know that you already had to save Buckbeak, which is why Harry Potter is kind of dense. So you're telling me that you came back in time because you already came back in time? Precisely. I have already come back in time, which is why I remember coming back in time and just talking with you. So that's how time travel works. I don't even want to get into Men in Black. Wait, so you're from the future, which means that you've already done all this, so you can tell me how to get out of this. While that is correct, if I tell you how it happens, it won't happen. Is there anything you can tell me? I can tell you that you're on your own. That's not very helpful. Yeah, well, I wasn't very useful last time I talked to myself, so. All right. Well, look at the time. I'm gonna have to go, so you're on your own, kid. Good luck with that time machine.
Hey, Sam, who are you talking to?
Oh, just myself.
Well, I mean, come on, man, let's go. The time machine's fixed.
Is this the time machine?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay. Looks kind of like a Calvin and Hobbes thing.
She'll work, though. Emma assured me of that.
Oh, okay. What's the minutes per minute on this bad boy? It's a serious question.
Don't worry, it'll work. Don't worry about it.
All right, do we just like climb in, or?
Yeah, I'll climb in and then you can climb in. Oof.
Spacious.
Very. Alrighty, you ready?
So you just press the future button?
Yeah, I guess you do. Ready?
All right.
Go running. Oh my gosh, break the time machine. Oh.
this. We just got this.
We gotta get back to the ship.
Oh, God, don't break your time machine.
Hey, you think it's about that time?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's about that time.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
But I thought we made it back to the present.
Yeah, no, that didn't really work.
But Emma and I worked so hard on that
Time machine, yeah, it turns out that the Calvin and Hobbes model isn't exactly reliable.
Almost like it was made by a child.
Wait, so we're not in the present, then we must be in
The future, yeah, you guys shot all the way up to the season finale, yeah, Harry Potter?
I mean, in case you couldn't tell by the costumes.
Well, can you help us get back to our time?
Oh yeah, we got the solution for you right here, actually. Let me just grab this guy. That right there is a time turner. About 20 turns ought to do the trick. It'll get you right back to where you need to be.
Where did you get one?
Yeah, so I gave it to you, like me right now gives it to me in the past, so that way I can give it to you right now. So make sure you pass it on to the next Sam.
Wait, what?
All right, well, good luck with that, guys. We got a wrap-up to do, so I guess we'll see you when you're us. Let's go.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank
20,
you.
20 times, 20
Yeah.
times.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
To generations from around the world.
Ability to play their own game.
That polar front coming straight down.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
You know, as they say in the Wild West.
Yee.
Ha.
Ha.
Let's sit down.
Okay. Good, nice,
Hey,
nice work.
You know,
Okay.
I think we could do this every week.
Yeah. Good job.
You feel comfortable with hosting?
Yeah, we're doing great.
Yeah.
You want to do the outro?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's get to it. So that's all the time we have for.
Hey, Alissa. Hey,
we're back.
Gabe,
We're
good job.
Where have you
Yeah,
been?
thanks for stalling for us.
Been busy.
This
lots of stuff.
No,
We got it. Thank you.
did great.
No, we
Yeah, we did. Thank you.
You did great.
Thank you.
No, I don't
we
need
don't
the
want
hats.
hats. Thank you.
We don't. I don't. That's.
Oh,
All right.
wow, we're time travelers now, Sam.
That's official. I think that's official. I'm pretty proud of us for that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, and I'm so glad we made it back.
Well, unfortunately, I think that is all the time that we have for in tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you tune in for another episode next week. We have a YouTube page that you guys need to check out. We post all of the full episodes there after the fact. Also, check out our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram pages where we post constant updates and tons of extra content. It's a ton of fun, so you definitely need to go check that out. And if you are a time traveler, things will be a little bit different based on the time you're in. But other than that, should be great. We'll see you next week.